Welcome, everybody. This is Dr. Laura Ritchie, and I have a special treat for you. This is a question that I get asked all the time. What is safe, non toxic makeup? What do you do to get your skin to look that way? So I've brought in the expert. This is the amazing Lisa Davis. Lisa changed my life several years ago when she brought Crunchy into it, and I was so impressed. They had all #1 ratings on the Environmental Working Group's website, and that really, really impressed me. And she sent me some samples. She taught me what primer is. She is my makeup guru. And I really wanted to bring her in and share her with all of you. So Lisa, thank you so much for being here tonight and share, just introduce yourself and share yourself with our tribe.
All right. Well, Dr. Laura, thank you so much for having me, and thank you for gathering your beautiful group of women together to learn a little bit about Crunchy and Green Beauty. And basically, I have been on a hunt I had been looking for non-toxic clean products for a while. I'd switched out almost everything in my home. I'd found clean, safe cleaning products. I'd found, pretty good shampoo conditioner, but I just couldn't find makeup and skincare that I really loved, particularly makeup that I loved, that I just fully trusted and I felt was clean enough and like met all my standards. And a friend introduced me to Crunchy and I just fell in love. But up until that point, the market is overrun with makeup lines, right? Everywhere you look, there's makeup lines just piled up to the ceiling at drugstores, department stores, Sephora, Ulta, online. It's just this dizzying array of cosmetic lines. And you really don't know, where to begin or what's in them. There's no guidance, there's a million different, people saying buy this, buy that. So how do you separate the good from the bad? And I looked at it as there are 3 different classes of makeup. Okay, before I discovered Crunchy, there were 3 different classes of makeup. So there are the brands, like the everyday brands that everyone's heard of forever and used. So MAC, Clinique, Estee Lauder, Lancome, Chanel, all those brands. And then now, of course, you have Kylie Jenner and so all these brands, and they are all toxic. Okay, they're all filled with harmful toxic chemicals. And if you look at that ingredient list, it's an alphabet soup of nasty ingredients. And just to name a few, fragrance, which is a huge offender. Why should your eyeshadow have to be scented, right? Why should there be fragrance in your eyeshadow? That's because it's covering up other toxic chemicals. Some other chemicals include carbon black in mascara, which is a carcinogen, parabens, synthetic preservatives, nanoparticles found in many different products, particularly sunscreen. So long story short, that first class of makeup is one you absolutely want to avoid. Those conventional brands that you're going to find everywhere, just avoid those. You want to avoid these because they have carcinogens and they have endocrine disruptors, and they're just not good to really put on your skin and to expose you to, long-term, to expose to those toxic chemicals long-term. The second brand of makeup that I had found was makeup that the ingredient list was really good. Actually, no, sorry. The second type of makeup that I found, class of makeup I found, were products that I like to call greenwashed, okay? So the ingredient list, maybe it said natural on the label or on the bottle. Maybe it said, green, natural, all the buzzwords. But if you turn that bottle or that packaging over and you look at that label, you are still going to see, all kinds of alphabet soup chemicals. So 1 or 2 great and natural ingredients, and the rest still fragrance and still parabens and still preservatives and, still with the heavy metals and all the bad stuff. So greenwash products, another whole class of makeup to avoid. And they're trickier. It's trickier because I've been greenwashed, guys. I have fallen for it myself, and I'm like, what pretty packaging, and oh, it has jojoba oil, it's got to be good. And then I fell for it. So kick that to the curb. So the third class of makeup that I had discovered for a while were brands where the ingredient list was actually pretty good. I really, really like this, I was like, oh, this is great. The ingredient list is great. And I get so excited and I couldn't wait to try the products. And I'd buy 1 or 2 or even 3 products and I'd try them. And I'd be so excited, and they just didn't perform. Okay, I was just so disappointed with the performance of the products. And that's the third type of, class of makeup that I found. And even then the ingredient list wasn't really ideal. There were still particular ingredients. Like, I'm gonna give the example, and I don't like to pick on brands. I really, really don't like to pick on individual brands, but this question was asked of me, so I want to make sure that I covered it. The brand Beauty Counter, A lot of women ask me about that and how it compares to Crunchy. And I will say that I think Beauty Counter is a fantastic step in the right direction. They really shone a light on the sort of dirty underside of the cosmetic beauty industry. And they really brought it to the attention of the American people in Congress. It really helped bring to the attention that there are these nasty chemicals in makeup. And that is something that we are exposing ourselves to and harming our endocrine systems from. So they really shed a light on this issue, and they offer a much cleaner product line than many other products out there. However, my concerns over Beauty Counter are that they still contain ingredients in some of their formulations, such as phenoxyethanol, which is just not a great preservative at all to use, and they use talc. And even asbestos, even talc, any type of talc can have asbestos contamination. It doesn't matter. It's been discovered even as recently as a couple months ago in product lines. So any formulation that ever contains talc, I absolutely avoid, okay? So you just want to be super, super careful, and you want to become a really good ingredient label reader, and I can absolutely help with that because it's just really important to avoid these toxic chemicals. So long story short, along came Crunchy, and I was thrilled because it was finally a makeup line that was truly high performing and truly toxin free. And I scrutinized it up, down, and sideways. And I can tell you that what makes Crunchy different is that we have a series of badges that apply to all of our products. And for example, our products are thoughtfully produced, consciously packaged. So wherever possible, we package our products in glass or paperboard packaging. So we are reducing our use of plastic down to zero. Okay, that is our goal, zero plastic, full sustainability. Our products are made with certified organic ingredients and a handful of safe synthetics. And we proudly use a handful of safe synthetics because there are times where the synthetic's actually better to use than the natural ingredient. So we always choose the safest, most tested ingredient possible. The products are almost all vegan, just a couple are vegetarian. We're moving to be almost exclusively vegan. We are gluten-free, non-GMO, toxin-free, cruelty-free, Leaping Bunny certified cruelty-free, which is the highest level of cruelty-free. And the products are absolutely made in the USA, which makes me so happy. And we're gonna need this. We need this more than ever. We need products that are made in the USA. It's so critical to support our economy, as we know, which is really taking a hit. So that, I feel, is the Crunchy difference. We also have a blacklist of over 1,300 harmful toxic chemicals, including many that I named just a few minutes ago, that Crunchy will never allow in its product line, because Crunchy is a direct sales company, just like doTERRA, because we believe that the individual education from advocate or consultant to client is the most important. If we were sitting on a store shelf somewhere, how would the consumer get the education they absolutely need to make the safer choices to provide for their families the best products imaginable and for their own health and benefit? So I always like to say that Crunchy and doTERRA go together like peanut butter and jelly. And if you're taking care of the inside and the outside, it's super important. You know, you're taking care of the inside of your body and your overall health and wellness. It's important to take care of your skin as well, because it's the only skin we have. So that's what I feel really sets Crunchy apart and really is the Crunchy difference over any other line that I personally found. And for me to put my stamp of approval on something, you know, I have very high standards, as my kids will tell you. So just for a moment, I just want to say hi to everyone who's on the Zoom tonight, and thank you for joining us all. And I truly appreciate you being here. Before I dive in, and I want to go as quick as I can through the makeup tutorial, but I want to say, let me know, type in the Zoom chat. I was hoping to be on my computer so I could see the chat while I was, but maybe Laura, you can be you can be my eyes on chat.
And we have a lot of people over on Facebook too watching it. You're getting lots of Facebook love too.
Oh,
I'll keep you in the loop.
Yeah, keep me. I know. I wish I was trying to get on my computer and the lighting was so poor. I was like, let me just hop on over on my phone and the ring light, just so you guys could see a little bit better what was happening. So that's the Crunchy difference. But guys, tell me, I have a couple of questions for you because I want to kind of get the interaction going as I dive into the tutorial. Let me know where you're from tonight, where you are zooming in from. What makeup line, if any, are you currently using? And the third question is, what is your biggest concern with your skin or your makeup that you would like me to address tonight? All right, so those are 3 questions. Where are you zooming from? Where you live now? What makeup line are you currently using, if any? And what is your biggest sort of concern or question with your, with your skin or with your makeup that I can address for you tonight. Okay. And one other thing I didn't mention, oh wow, Puerto Rico, amazing. One other comment that I didn't talk about was I am so proud of Crunchy because the co-founder of Crunchy, Melanie Petschke, is a nurse practitioner, and her mission and her goal in life was to make sure that all Crunchy products are an EWG rating of 1. So if you go on EWG, our products are all rated a 1. Now, it's really funny and it's ironic because there are a couple of very pure essential oils, extracts used in a couple of products. And just recently, EWG is always undergoing turmoil and changes. And they just, so we had all our products rated a 1, and then some now you're going to see are a 2 or even a 3 because of the essential extracts. So, you know, Melanie Petschke is in constant communication with EWG, and we are confident that those ratings are going to go back to a 1 because they were a 1 and they were fine. It's just sometimes EWG can be a little funky, but overall our products are rated a 1, and we are confident that they will get back there. It's just because of the essential oil extracts. It was just, we're like, all of a sudden I'm like, why are they a 3? They were a 1 yesterday, and we didn't change the formulations. Southern California, nice. Do you want to, if you want to like see the chat.
Do you want me to list you off some things while you're going? So
yeah, absolutely.
We've got Katrina. She's one of my new Oilers. So good to see you, Katrina. Nice. She's in Puerto Rico. Nice. We've got Jackie. She was wanting a little support with bags and under eye circles. Katrina uses Bare Essentials. She doesn't have any concerns, but she's here to learn. We've got Pamela in Amarillo, here local to me. She says she uses Mary Kay when she actually wears makeup. Yeah, we've got somebody from Southern California, Beauty Counter, 45 plus skin, dark spots, could use a little bit of help. Someone from Gilbert, Arizona, Bonnie, she uses Crunchy, how to use makeup carefully with thinning, aging skin. Makeup can accentuate wrinkles. We've got Leanne over on Facebook. She uses Crunchy and Chanel. She says, until she runs out of it. Tips for dry skin. Debbie says, greetings from Big Fort. Yeah, right, so fabulous. Cool, Montana.
We got a fabulous group chat. Amazing. Well, let's dive right in. So thank you for those questions and comments. And I think I already addressed the beauty counter question. And actually I have a little funny Mary Kay connection. When I was 22 right out of college, I was working full-time as a research technician, but I was also selling Mary Kay on the side. So I've always had a passion for makeup. And I have a lot of actually love and respect for Mary Kay because she was someone who really pioneered the direct sales industry, and she empowered hundreds of thousands of women to earn a lot of money for themselves and their families. And it like gave me a taste of direct sales, and I knew that I loved that immediate connection with women. I will say now that having learned what I've learned and gone on my toxin-free journey, I don't use Mary Kay. Reason being is they choose to use ingredients in their products that I do not want to expose myself to. But that aside, I do have a lot of respect for Mary Kay Ash, the lady, and what the company has accomplished. I just think that, you know, there are better lines available in terms of safety and performance. Okay, so.
And I think this is so timely, Lisa, because we're in this state of the world right now. We're really wanting to support our immune system, and reducing your toxic load is a huge, huge game changer for a lot of people. And it can just start with one thing. It may be, I mean, when I started diving into this and learning about lead and lipstick and all this stuff, and we're putting it in our skin, I was like, oh my gosh. And it's just been, it can be one little thing. We make a little swap, we can change something, and that can help to support our hormones and our thyroid and our immune system and all these things. So it's like perfect timing to talk about this.
Absolutely. No, and I'm so glad you bring that up. And I do want to talk about that. So body burden. So the average woman, and I do want to get to the tutorial, I promise, but the average woman exposes herself to 126 unique chemicals every day. Some of them are fine, some of them are water, and some of them are like a 9 on EWG. So you just want to be mindful of what you're using every day, and you want to make sure that you're reducing your body burden. You know, the body was meant to detoxify itself with our livers, our kidneys, and, you know, our systems, but there is a point where it becomes overloaded. And, you know, that's why things like heavy metals have been shown to bioaccumulate in our organs. They can drill through our skin and into our bloodstream and actually bioaccumulate in our organs. And it's so important to avoid these chemicals. And so let me dive in, because I'm going to kind of go through that as I go through the tutorial. It's very exciting. Okay, so you always want to start with clean skin. I cannot impress enough. And I know that doTERRA has a couple of wonderful skincare lines. Crunchy does have a couple of options. It's always nice to have options. So these are our wonderful bars. This is our gentle facial bar and our charcoal bar, and oops, backwards. And I absolutely love both. I actually use both. So I have drier skin, so I use the gentle bar. This bar will last you at least 6 months. It's ridiculous how long it lasts. I actually have clients who cut it in half, and one for them, one for their daughter. I use that every day. And then the charcoal bar I use once to twice a week, and I just a quick wash, and that actually like detoxes my skin. So I'm just in love with this bar. And quick tip, a little bit on the personal side, maybe a little bit TMI, but I will use this in the shower and then like soap underneath my arms, and I don't need deodorant. So yeah, charcoal bar, amazing. And I also use this to wash my makeup brushes. So triple duty there, ladies. Okay, so next step is, you guys were asking, so after you wash your face, which of course I have done, the next step is we want to moisturize. So I use my favorite toner, whatever toner you prefer. You can even make your own. And then I will use typically an essential oil based serum. I do make my own serum with oils, and I always have fun, and I always make it a little bit differently, and it always comes out amazing. So I just serum it up. And then if it's morning, I'm gonna go in with our crunchy Nightlight Night Cream, which I absolutely love. And we don't have an eye cream yet. It is something that Crunchy is working on. I take a little bit of the Nightlight Night Cream, and it's an awesome depuffer. So I just apply it gently around my eyes to depuff my eyes. And I notice like a really wonderful decrease in dark circles under my eyes and puffiness. And I'm 49, so I definitely have, you know, I'm starting to get some, you know, textures, like wrinkles, like I see, you know, the eyelids, all the things. And this just does a wonderful job of helping to hydrate. And what I love about it is, I like to say it's all the good ingredients and none of the bad stuff. So it's got hyaluronic acid in it. Actually, I'm sorry, not in this. It has hibiscus flower extract. So it's kind of known as a natural plant Botox. How fabulous is that? And it has sea kelp for pure intense hydration. So great stuff. But for night, it's Nightlight Night Cream for all over at night, but I use it in the morning to depuff and hydrate my eye area. Then I go in with Daylight Day Lotion, and I just do 2 pumps. And you know, what I love about this is that it has hyaluronic acid built right in. And you're going to find with a lot of conventional moisturizers, you know, you're going to see a lot of those nasty synthetic preservatives, parabens, endocrine disruptors, you know, all kinds of harmful chemicals. Up to 50% of conventional products, including makeup and skincare, are contaminated with 1,4-dioxane, which is a chemical byproduct when other chemicals are mixed together in the formulation. Now, companies, and it is a nasty carcinogenic compound. Now, companies are not required to print that on the label because that is formed after the fact, after the product is manufactured. So you don't even know that you're exposing yourself most likely to 1,4-dioxane, which is a horrible chemical. That's why it's not enough to read labels. You actually have to trust the brand, okay? So like, it's so rare to find a brand that I actually trust, because you can read the label and you'd be shocked how many brands are like, here's the label, and they're lying. They're legitimately
It's just
lying.
like essential oils.
Yeah, right? I'm telling you, like
The label doesn't mean much.
The label doesn't mean much at all. They can say what it's like, the wild, wild west. It's exactly the same. You don't buy your makeup from the equivalent of Bed Bath & Beyond.
And we don't buy our essential oils there either. There's a reason. I love that you're talking about this. So important.
I know. And so it's not enough to be a label reading ninja. You have to research the company, and you have to absolutely have faith and trust in that brand. And that is why I went with Crunchy, because I was like, this is a rock solid company. Okay, so now I've done my Daylight with the hyaluronic acid built in, woohoo, and it's got jojoba oil and rosehip oil and all the good things, and a base of aloe vera, and it's just magnificent. And your skin is hydrated and it feels amazing. My skin is like all plumped up, feels great. So next is your most important product to wear ever in the history of the world, and this is your sunscreen. This is your #1 anti-ager. It's going to protect from all the UVA and UVB rays, and it is magnificent. It goes on like a dream. I love it. SPF 30, anything over that is kind of a waste. It's only going to give you a few more minutes of sun protection, so SPF 30 is the optimal amount. You don't want to do less, and you don't really need much more. This has tamanu oil in the formulation, so it goes on smoothly and easy. And the crazy thing is 1 pump is all you need. So I just do 1 pump. Now let's talk about for a moment physical versus chemical sunscreen. It's so funny that I'm putting this on at night because like sun's gone. but this is my normal routine. So let's talk about physical versus chemical sunscreen. You always, always, always want to choose a physical sunscreen because it sits on the surface of the skin. It's not going to pass the dead layers, the epidermis, to go into the live layers. You never want to use a chemical sunscreen because that can actually eventually enter your skin and enter your bloodstream and your organs. It can actually change your cells at a cellular level. You can change your DNA, and we do not want to do that. We want to leave our DNA intact, right? So avoid the chemical sunscreens and just stick with like, they contain harmful chemicals like octinoxate and salicylate, homosalate, and just stick with that beautiful physical sunscreen like Crunchy. Okay. Oh, also very important, this has non-nanoparticle zinc oxide. So that's another really important ingredient to ensure that your sunscreen contains. All right, so now we're on to the good stuff. So I know a lot of you, or some of you, were asking about hydration. And what I can tell you is that these two products have been game changers for me, the Nightlight and Daylight, absolutely supremely hydrating. Don't be afraid that this is a bar, that, you know, don't think of it as soap. It actually, now, having said that, this actually is 100% effective against coronavirus. It is soap, and it will lyse the virus coat, the protein coat of the virus and the bacteria, and it will kill. Like the FDA approved, like it will kill virus and bacteria. So you can use this as hand soap. You can use body soap, you use for your face, and you don't have to worry. This will take care of corona. Bye-bye, corona. So that's what's amazing. But it will, the point is, it will not dry out your skin at all. So next step is
without the triclosan and all of the yucky things.
No triclosan needed here. So all we have is, we have this, and I make my own hand soap with On Guard and all the goodies. And then we do have some alcohol spray, like for the car when we're like have to go out and grocery shop. So we have like, it's like, I think 60% alcohol by volume, you know, like in the spray bottle that we have in the car. And then of course I have my On Guard sprays scattered like all over the place, like purse, car, everywhere. Oh yeah, all the things to kill the virus and bacteria. So you can see this is my most well-loved product. So this is our beautiful Smart Primer, and this was what the revelation given to Laura. This is a key product. This is incredible hydration. It's not a moisturizer, it doesn't replace moisture, but it is incredible hydration. And it just feels wonderful on my skin. And the reason why you want to have primer is because it is that perfect layer that foundation will stick to and lay on top of and lay perfectly on top of. For lack of a better analogy, think of the walls of your home. You would not paint the walls of your home without a layer of primer first. It's the same idea, with primer first and then foundation for your face. Now, in addition to that, the primer is like skin nutrition or skin food. So even if you wear not a stitch of makeup, it is critical, I'm serious, it's critical to wear the primer for daily hydration and for like better skin texture. So when someone says, well, I only wear makeup once a week or once every other week, I tell them you need the primer in your life, and here's why. You're gonna have the best skin texture and appearance ever of your skin when you wear this daily. I don't skip a day wearing this, and my skin feels and looks amazing. When I skip a day, I can tell. So the primer, I use about 1 to 2 pumps. It's incredible. Absolutely love it.
I love the primer so much. And I do feel like it made a big difference in my skin. And I'll add a drop or two of copaiba or frankincense, or you can put yarrow palm, something in there to just add them. And you can't do that. You cannot add essential oils with toxic makeup because it's going to draw those toxins in. So I love that these work together.
Totally forgot my biggest tip of the day. Thank you, Dr. Laura. So I actually mix a drop or two of Yarrow Palm in with the Smart Primer. I literally have my big dropper bottle of Yarrow Palm right next to my Smart Primer, and I just put it like in the palm of my hand, drop in the Yarrow Palm, and just on it goes. And that beautiful blue just soaks right in, and I love it. And it has made a huge difference in my skin, so I don't skip a day. Also, the extra, rub it on the back of your hand, rub it on your neck and on your chest. I have a lot of clients and downline advocates who tell me that, oh my gosh, I was just using the primer on the back of my hand, or let's say they had a burn, like a burn or a scar. The primer, because of the aloe vera and the other ingredients in it, actually helped heal, okay? Helped heal their burns and scars and everything. Like one gal actually showed me pictures. She had terrible like curling iron burn on her neck, and she just kept putting the primer on, and she's like, I can't believe how much better it is. So it's wild. All right, so now we're gonna dive into the makeup. And so I wanna share with you guys that, you know, again, typical makeup has high levels of heavy metals, lead, all kinds of nasty, nasty stuff, mercury, like really, really bad. Okay. And it's just, you want to avoid heavy metals at any cost. And they're naturally occurring in the earth, but a company like Crunchy will not rest. And this is what impressed me so much. They will not rest until they have, first of all, you have to determine they spent years even just finding a company that they trusted to do the testing for heavy metals, because that alone is like an unbelievably difficult thing to find a lab that they trusted to do the heavy metal testing. And then on top of that, then they started testing their products, and turns out that they've tested most of the product line at this point. All of the products they've tested have literally undetectable levels of heavy metals in them. It's mind-blowing. So this company has taken safety and cleanliness to the nth degree. Okay, so all these incredible products, the levels of heavy metals are undetectable. Now, there's one or two other clean beauty companies that claim to have, that they say, well, we do heavy metal testing. And we're like, okay, well, what are the levels? Well, they're within acceptable ranges. What are the acceptable ranges? Oh, we don't say that. We don't share that information. Well, then what's the good of heavy metals testing if we don't know the results? You can say you do it, but we need to know what it is, right? Like, otherwise, what's the point? And it just blows me away, their commitment to our safety. So I'm going to go in with concealer first, and we have different shades depending on your skin tone. And what I love about this concealer, again, all the good things you want, none of the bad. And it contains vitamin E, which is amazing for warding off dark circles. And again, the primer just allows everything to lay beautifully on top and keeps the product on your face. Now, unlike the YouTubers, I'm not going to apply a giant V. I'm just going to put it right where I need to. I have a little bit of redness on my nose. I have had rosacea since my mid-20s. And what I found is that the primer and makeup actually help to control my rosacea, so that I have been able to go off all of my nasty, harsh medications and my antibiotic that I used to have to occasionally go on for my rosacea. And my skin is basically acne free, which hasn't been that way. Like, until I discovered Crunchy, I was battling like cystic acne rosacea for several years. Yeah. So it's been quite a transformation for my skin. And of course, it matters what you eat as well, as it turns out. It's a huge, huge part of it. So that's the concealer. It's amazing. And it contains vitamin E, which again helps ward off dark circles. And I apply it with our beautiful concealer brush, the number 6 brush. And Laura can speak about the brushes. I know she really loves the brushes too.
The brushes are really awesome. So I didn't think it made that big of a difference. And I was like, does it really? I have these things from Target. No, it really does. There was a brush sale going on. I stocked up on a few. I was like, yeah, it really does make a difference.
She was a little skeptical. She was like, I don't know. And then she was like, okay, yeah, they're really good. So they really are amazing. And it's like, once you get started with one brush, you just want to sort of switch them all out when you can, because they're phenomenal. They make you feel like a makeup. They were actually designed by the Crunchy makeup artist on staff, and she's magnificent. Kristen, her name's Kristen. She's wonderful. So we have our beautiful Flawless, award-winning Flawless foundation. This does not feel like any foundation you've ever put on your face. I used to put foundation on. I couldn't wait to take it off at night. I'm like clawing it off my face. And now you put it on, it feels like nothing. A tiny bit goes a very long way. A little lasts forever. This bottle's going to last you for months and months. Another thing you can do, I know a lot of women, maybe they're not wearing a lot of foundation right now. Maybe they're just wearing a little bit. So what I like to do is I like to mix the foundation and primer, and I like to make a very light BB cream just for enough coverage. Okay, so I'm actually going to do that tonight. So I'm actually going to mix on the back of my hand some of the foundation and some of the primer for just a very light amount of coverage. And you literally need like nothing. Like, you need like a half a pump of the foundation. Like I said, it's going to last a very long time. And that's what I love about it. So again, this is a mix of the foundation and BB cream, foundation and primer, and it just gives a light coverage. And this is my favorite brush in the entire line. This is our flat top foundation brush. If you're going to start with one brush in Crunchy, this is the one to start with. It is just magnificent. And
it's really good. Leanne said the brushes make a huge, huge difference.
Goodness, they really do.
Jessica says feels like air and covers amazingly well. And Leanne said it smells like, what did you say, Leanne? Donuts? To me, it smells like vanilla cupcakes. It smells really yummy.
It smells so pleasant. Good. It smells like vanilla cupcakes. It's got vanilla planifolia extract right in the formulation. And it's basically skincare. The makeup is skincare. It has tremella mushroom in the formulation, which is so good for your skin. It's got lightening, brightening properties, hydrating properties. Feels amazing. Does not feel heavy on the skin at all. Smells divine. And it really is like this chameleon product, because we have like 10 shades in the line, 9 or 10 shades in the line. And there's one for every single skin tone out there. All right. And you guys, this is what made me happiest. The day that they released the darker foundation shades was the day that I literally did a dance of joy. You guys, there is a shade for every woman. And that made me so happy.
Monica says, y'all are motivating me to wear makeup again.
Yes.
It's fun. Oh. Can I just say, when we're in quarantine and life is weird, right? Sometimes, like, my grandmother would always say, okay, like, put a lip on. And so I'll just put my lip gloss on. And by the way, the crunchy lip gloss, I know you're going to get to that, but it's magical. So good. And it's like one thing that I can do for me to just make me feel like, okay, it's okay. We're okay.
The days that I couldn't agree more, my friend. And the days that I get up and I do my hair and I put on a little makeup and I put on clothes and I take a shower and all the things, like, my mindset is so much better. I'm happy. Like, I am more productive. I'm like, I am doing the things. I can conquer what I need to conquer today. On the days that I don't, I'm like, oh, like, that wasn't good.
That's a tip. My husband, Mark, actually learned going to an unemployment seminar thing back when the recession crashed, or when we had the recession in 2008. He had lost his job and went to that. And now that he's working from home, he's taken over our kitchen table. But every day he gets up, he showers, he gets dressed, because he said exactly what you said. It just puts me in the right frame of mind. I love that.
Totally, exactly. And I just think it really is so important. And it doesn't have to be a full face. It can be a little bit of maybe concealer, mascara, and gloss, and you're out the door. It's just a little, or inside. You're not really, maybe you're walking the dog if you have a dog, but like, you're not really going out the door. You get what I'm saying. But you walk by the mirror and you're not going, oh, you're going, oh, I got a little sparkle,
And anything that can make us feel better in 100%. This time, I'm like, let's do it.
It is all about self-care. It has to be about self-care. Otherwise, we're going to lose it, ladies. So we have our beautiful foundation on. And just a word, again, this is really like, it's more like skincare than foundation. This truly will protect and help heal your skin. If you're suffering from acne or if you have super dry skin, this is going to do all the things. All the makeup and skincare and primer are specifically formulated. If you have dry skin, if you have oily skin, if you have combination skin, it's going to bring your skin into balance. It's going to help it maintain the proper pH. And it's going to, again, it's not going to dry it out. It's not going to make it too oily. It's going to bring it into balance. So you don't have to worry about trying to find the right, the right formulation, the right product for your skin type. It will match your skin type. We are lucky. So next up is we're going to set this makeup with our beautiful translucent loose powder. I love this powder. It's just pure silica, totally safe to use. It's funny because I equate it to Laura Mercier, which was a powder that I used to use before I saw the light. And Laura Mercier, it's like very comparable in quality. And I looked at the ingredient list, and Laura Mercier had like 25 ingredients in it, plus fragrance. And I'm like, why do you need 25 ingredients in your powder when you can have one that works just as well? So it's always eye-opening when you look at those ingredient lists. I'm going to grab our number 2 loose powder brush, which is, it is so magnificent. It's like soft as silk. The brushes are just, incredible. So you tap off the extra.
Leanne's talking you up. She says, I can tell you Lisa's great for questions. Oh. Don't give up on makeup. She can help no matter what the issue. I was bummed because of no eye primer and the eyeliner wasn't dark enough for date night, and she saved me on both. This is Crunchy that we're talking about. Someone was asking about what's the brand. Monica, this is Sangria. It's the lip gloss in Sangria. I get so many compliments. People ask me, what is this lip gloss that you got on? Or they're like, yes. I'm like, it's Sangria. It's amazing.
That's
and
awesome.
You can add a drop of spearmint essential oil or doTERRA peppermint essential oil, and it will make it minty and kind of plump your lips and be like a little breath freshener. And it's awesome.
Yes. You're stealing my thunder.
Oh, I'm sorry. I get so excited.
Darn it. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. You're too cute. So, yes, we will. I promise we'll get to the lip gloss. And Leanne, thank you so much. And I am here to help you. Like, I'm here. If you come to me and say, you know what, I really would like to swap out this one product. What do you recommend? What do you suggest? I will always be here to help you and make suggestions and guide you. Absolutely. So that's the loose powder, and that sets the makeup. And the powder does 3 things. It sets your makeup. It gives you beautiful airbrush glow. And it, especially in the summer months, it controls oil and shine. You can see it really gives that pretty soft glow. And now the makeup's not going anywhere. So the next step is, you know, we're kind of monochromatic right now. I'm a very sort of two-dimensional look. So I want to add in some contour and some depth, and we're going to do that with bronzer and with highlighter and blush, right? So we go with bronzer, and a word about our bronzer, of course, undetectable levels of heavy metals, and we have EcoCert certified. We use EcoCert certified minerals. Okay, this is like the highest European level of certification, and that is something you should always look for in your products and your makeup. EcoCert certification, and we're very, very proud of our certifications. Because that's just so much effort and expense on the part of the company to, you know, you're wondering why, oh my gosh, maybe these products are perhaps a little bit more expensive. I'm gonna grab the number 3 bronze brush. These products may be a little bit more expensive than you are used to paying. The point is that you're paying for the certifications, you're paying for the higher level of ingredients, just like with doTERRA. Like there's a reason why the price point is what it is. You're paying for just an incredible product line that is safe for you and that will perform and do what it is supposed to do. So with the bronzer, I apply it in the shape of a 3. So hairline, right as the outer edge of the cheekbone, and underneath along the jawline and neck, and that's to really highlight, to bring out my cheekbones and to bring out my jawline and to help my neck sort of recede. And hopefully you can see that. You see I've contoured a bit, contoured here, just looking like a little sun-kissed. And again, this is our beautiful, brilliant bronzer, loose bronzer, and our number 3 bronzer brush. And the brushes make it so easy to do this makeup, to wear this makeup. And I should say this is like my 10-minute face. It has taken a lot longer because we're chatty. We're doing a lot of chatting. So next up is blush. And you can see it's Well Loved. This is our Pretty Please blush. And I'm going to grab our number 4 blush brush. For a more diffuse look, you can always grab the bronzer brush. You don't need every brush in the line, I promise. But this is the number 4 blush brush, and I love it because it's very angled. And what I love about this formulation is, you know, rather than harmful chemicals, it has argan oil right in the formulation. I can't tell you how many women come to me and they're like, you know what, I know my skin is reacting, I know it's breaking out, I know it's because of the makeup I'm using. And when even just switching out something like blush or bronzer can make a huge difference. And like a client of mine showed me, she was all broken out here, and after three weeks of switching just her blush and bronzer, she wasn't broken out anymore. It's really amazing what switching out the products can do. So I applied the bronzer here, and I'm going to apply the blush like kind of right in front. This is the Pretty Please, which is a beautiful light color. So I don't really do like major contouring. This is just a very basic, simple contour, but you can see how that's just kind of right along sort of the outer edge of my cheekbones. So the bronzer is like kind of on the back edge, and the blush is right here. So I'm not really layering too much. I'm just kind of like keeping it all, like I'm keeping it right here so I can bring my face up. Okay, because if you start going too low with the bronzer and blush, you're going to just bring your face down. So you always want to blend. So I'm going to take our number 2 loose powder, and I'm just going to blend all that together. Right? And it's subtle, but hopefully it's looking good. So the next step is we're going to go in with our highlighter. And you guys, highlighter is so fun. It's like a unicorn product, and you can do a little or a lot. I love a lot. So, you know, forgive me if I'm going to glow it up. Because we want to bring out our inner unicorn, right? So this highlighter is actually super creamy. I love the formulation. Again, all safe ingredients and EcoCert certified minerals to pigment the formulation. I'm going to grab our number 5 highlighter brush. You do not need this brush. It's fabulous, but you can use a different brush. This just happens to be a great one for it. You're going to highlight right across the top of your cheekbones to catch the light. Okay, just like that, right across the top of your cheekbones. You can see, hopefully, that's catching the light. And then I like to do just a couple of other places. I try not to overdo it. I do it right in the inner corners of my eyes where it's always dark. And then just underneath my eyebrows, like on my brow bone. And again, that's to catch the light. Now this is a 2-step process of faking a brow lift, which I'm going to show you in just a second. So you can see how that really catches the light. But those of us who are entering our, dear Lord, 6th decade, right? Because I'm going to be 50. Those of us about to enter our, well, I can't even say it. It's too horrifying. But we need to.
Oh, you look beautiful, Lisa. Oh, you do.
You're very sweet. You're very sweet. But those of us who are, you know, maturing, we need a little help with our eye area. So Bobbi Brown has been quoted as saying the most important thing a woman can do over 40, over age 40, the most important thing a woman can do is her brows. And I'm here to tell you that's facts. So we have a fabulous brow pomade, and I'm going to show you how that works right now. I'm going to grab this is one of my most favorite brushes. It's our number 10 precision angled brush. One side is a brush for your brows, and the other side is a little angled brush. This is to fill in your brows with a beautiful brow pomade product. So I absolutely love the brow pomade. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to brush my brows into place. Okay. And again, EcoCert certified minerals to pigment. It has natural waxes to hold the brows in place. And it also has rosemary oil and jojoba oil and castor seed oil to help regrow brow hairs. So how fabulous is that? And the more I use it, the more brows that I have. So I just need to keep on using it. And I will show you guys, like, it just makes such a difference. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm actually just going to do, I know this is going to look a little weird. I'm just going to do one half of my face because I want to be mindful of everyone's time. I don't want to take too long. So I'll just kind of go through it. I'll just do everything on one side of my face. So hopefully you can see the difference before and after. That's going to stay all day. It's not going to go anywhere. We have something else which I'm absolutely in love with. We have a beautiful new brow gel. And ladies, this is fabulous. And it's like the product that you didn't know you needed until you tried it. And you were like, oh, I love this.
I don't have this yet, but it's on my wish list.
Oh, it's a must-have. It's a must-have. Oh my gosh, yes. So basically, you just brush your brows with it, and it sets them in place, and they are not going to move. They are not going to move. And it's not crispy feel, it's not dry feel, it's just beautiful, soft. Again, it's got guava in it, like guava extract. It has fabulous ingredients in it to help regrow brow hairs as well. I'm gonna have like Groucho Marx brows when all said and done from all the regrowth. But this product is fabulous. Okay, next we're on to eyes, and again, I'm just doing one half of my face in the interest of time. So it's gonna look a little strange, but hopefully I'll turn one way and then the other, so you get the full effect. So we're gonna start with, this is one of my favorite looks that I picked for you guys. We're gonna do 3 colors of shadow. I'm gonna grab the number 7 eyeshadow brush. I'm like blanking on the actual name of it, but the number 7 brush. They're all numbered on my website. And you know, if anyone decides that they want to try anything, Laura does have a party link that she can share with you all. If you decide that you want to switch 1 or 2 products, or maybe there's something that you're running out of that you'd like to replenish with Crunchy, we're happy to help you with that as well. Everyone needs the sunscreen, basically, right? We all need the sunscreen because all we can do is take walks.
And the lip gloss. The lip gloss is so good.
Yeah.
That may be my favorite.
Oh, and the mascara. Okay, sorry. You need
mascara is really good too.
Mascara is crucial, ladies. Critical. All right, so Curiosity, which is a favorite of mine. It's a beautiful all-over base shade, okay? You're really gonna see the difference when I do the before and after.
I'm wearing Curiosity tonight too.
Yes, I love it. I love Curiosity. It's like the perfect base shade. So next is Tiki, and Tiki is a wonderful base shade, but it can also serve as a fabulous sort of transition contour shade, like very, very light contour. So I'm gonna grab Tiki in our number 8 dense blender brush. I'm gonna pick up the Tiki, tap off the excess, and I'm gonna go in, because I have heavy lidded hooded eyes, I'm gonna go in above the crease of my eye, and I'm actually applying the shadow with my eye open so I can see where to put it, okay? A common mistake a lot of ladies do, because eyes can be tricky, right? Eyes are tricky to do sometimes. A common mistake is to apply it with your eyes closed, but then you can't see where it's going. So I'm just applying it above the crease and along the lash line, right? Just like that. And then I'm gonna take our number 9, one of my favorite brushes in the line, number 9 Fluffy Blender, and I'm gonna blend up and out towards the outer edge of my eyebrow. And the key to eyeshadow is just to blend. That's it, just to blend, right? So now I've got a very, very soft smoky eye going on. And the last step is I'm gonna darken up the outer corner with Allure, another one of my favorites. And I'm gonna grab the number 8 dense blender brush again, plus Allure. And these are 3 of my favorite colors. I'm all about the neutrals. I think they look good on everyone's always asking me, what color of eyeshadow should I be using? And honestly, it's just what you're drawn to. You know, rule of thumb has always been, if you have green eyes, don't wear green eyeshadow because you don't want it to compete. But pretty much whatever color you're drawn to, you can use. So I'm going to darken up just with like little dotted motions like this. I'm going to darken up that outer corner of my eye with the Allure. You always want to tap off the brush so, before you apply it so you don't get fallout on your face. And you can certainly use a darker color to contour, but sometimes it's nice to use like a more subtle color. So I'm going to grab the number 9 Fluffy again, and I'm just simply going to blend. And let me know if there are any questions, Dr. Laura. So rule of thumb, you don't want to extend the shadow past your brows, right? That's pretty much the rule of thumb. All right.
No questions yet.
No questions yet? Okay. And then if you want to get a little fancy, you can actually take, the number 10 precision brush, and you can take, no, that one. You can take a little bit of Tiki and pick it up on the brush, and you can run it underneath your eye, right? And you can kind of like, it kind of carries the color over underneath your eye, and just kind of give you that full smoky effect. So next step is we're going to do liner, mascara, lips, and then we're done. And you guys have been awesome, like hanging in there. This is typically a little bit longer of a tutorial than I normally do, but basically I figured just one half of my face would get us there quicker. So I'm going to share with you one of my favorite products. It's brand new. It's our highliner. I absolutely love it. We have it in black and brown, and I'm going to use it in brown for you guys tonight. And it has 2 sides to the liner. This smudging tool is fabulous. Laura, I don't know if you've used the smudging tool yet, but it's amazing.
I haven't, and I'm excited to see you use it, but I have that. The eyeliner is magic. We've been waiting forever for it to come out, and then we're like, yay, and as soon as it came out, I had to get it. And it's amazing. It is amazing.
It really is wonderful. I'm so glad you love it. So one side is smudging. The other side, of course, is the liner side. It's a self-sharpening liner, thank goodness. And you can warm it up 2 different ways. With the caps on, you can actually stick it in your bra to warm it up and kind of get it primed and ready to line your eyes. Or you can just run it along the back of your hand, which I like to do. And then just with short strokes, once it's sort of warmed up and primed and ready, I just apply it to my lash line. And you can do a thicker line, you can do a thinner line. You have a lot of control with the liner. It's very easy to use, right?
See, and isn't this helpful? Because Lisa teaches and educates on how to actually use things. Because see, like the smudger, I was like, I don't know, but so she's going to teach us.
Now we're going to bust out that. It's, you know what, you can watch 8 million YouTube tutorials, but they're kind of doing it so quick and they're doing all the fancy things. And this is the makeup that we actually need, right? This is like the instruction we actually need. So you're going to take the smudger, and literally it's this easy. You can just like smudge it. Seriously. It's that easy. Just to like diffuse the line and just, that's it, right? So you can either get like a sharp line or you can get a more diffuse line with the smudger, and you can apply more, you get a heavier line. I actually like, you can even take one of the darker shadows and you can line with the precision angled brush. If you want like a more thicker, bolder line, I think this is what I was sharing with Leanne, you can line with the liner, and then you can take a darker shadow and line on top to get a thicker, bolder line. So there's lots of options. You can play with it, see what works best, but the liner is amazing, and it is so hard to find. You can't, like, we've done the impossible. Toxin-free, high-performing liner, and most importantly, you guys, this is in aluminum packaging. Aluminum packaging, fully recyclable. Part of the reason we waited for 4 years for this liner was because they did not want to house it in plastic. That's their commitment to the environment is like nothing I've ever seen. Because for a while I was like, I don't care, it could be in plastic. I want it, but they weren't going to compromise. So guys, we are almost in the home stretch. And speaking of packaging, we have our brand new mascara, and it is phenomenal. This mascara is everything you could ever want in a mascara. I equate it to like, what's the best conventional toxic mascara you can think of? Like there's Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Yes, that's the name of it, and everyone always talks about that. There's of course Maybelline Great Lash. There's a lot of different mascaras out there, but they're all toxic. Lancome Definicils. This is truly toxin free. No carbon black, no toxic chemicals, no heavy metals, no lead, none of the bad stuff. And I find that 2 coats of this is all you need, literally, to make your life complete. And you're going to see lashes appear as if by magic. This is the only mascara I've ever been able to use that didn't irritate the absolute heck out of my eyes. So this is a godsend for anyone who can't really wear conventional mascara.
It's magical. And I've had so many people tell me, because we'll do the tip of adding like a drop of rosemary essential oil or a drop of
Yes.
lavender to the mascara. Well, if it's chemicals and toxins, they're like, oh, it just all clumped up into a big mess. And I'm like, yeah, because the essential oils are not going to jive with whatever toxins are in there.
Absolutely. You can add a drop of lavender, doTERRA. You can add a drop of rosemary. It's whatever you choose, your own adventure. It's whatever you would like, but you can see the difference before and after. I know I look a little, but you could, I went, and this is one coat. So of course I'm going to do a second coat because me being me. And I like to use the tip of the wand to really pack it on there, but you can get the most ridiculous lashes. And we have another mascara called Lashes for Days that, you know, everyone loved, but this is rapidly replacing that as the new favorite.
Jessica says, love, 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 flawless.
Thank you. So that's our beautiful new mascara. And we're actually coming up with a name for it. We had a name picked, but I think there was like a copyright issue, trademark thing. So we're coming up with a new name. So that's our new mascara. And then the last but not least is we have lips. And I'm going to do a little double trouble for you guys. So this is our Sangria gloss because it's our personal favorite. And I'm going to pair it with one of my favorite lipsticks in line, which is pomegranate lipstick. I absolutely love this lipstick. And I'm going to show you guys something really fun. I love to pair lipstick and gloss because it gives you longer wear, it's longer lasting, and it's really a beautiful look for going out. Okay, not that we're going out so much, but I do have a Zoom call with my girlfriends tomorrow night. We have a Zoom cocktail hour planned. So I got to look my best. So I'm going to be throwing on my lipstick and my gloss, but I'm actually going to apply the gloss first and then the lipstick. I actually love that look. So that's what I'm doing tonight. So I'm going to start with the gloss. Now, love the gloss, same incredible scent as the foundation, vanilla plump-founded extract. Beautiful ingredients in line like shea butter, beautiful ingredients. The new lip gloss is actually vegan because there's no more beeswax in it. They took out the beeswax, even though it was perfectly fine to use. It was organic, you know, sustainably harvested. No bees, of course, were harmed in the harvesting the beeswax, but you know, we have enough clients that are vegan that we're like, you know, can the line be all vegan? So that's what our goal is. It's very hard, but Crunchy is aiming to be all vegan in the line. So you guys, the Crunchy lip gloss is incredible. It really is. Oh, Laura, thank you for thank you for responding. I wish that I could do both, but my computer was literally not behaving. So that's the gloss, and then I'm going to go in with the lipstick. And this is pomegranate lipstick, which is one of my favorite shades. And again, typical conventional lipsticks are pigmented with carmine. Oh, I forgot to do just one half of my lips. Typical, but you could look at the difference. Look at the difference between like having your eyes and brows done and not done. So like, right? It's crazy, right? It just changes your whole look. The brows, Bobby Brown was right. The brows are so important. Typical conventional lipsticks have lead, you know, they have heavy metals, like, and think about, you're eating that all day long when you're wearing lipsticks and lip gloss, and they're pigmented with carmine, which is crushed up beetle shells. Nope. Crunchy is like, we're having none of that. We use EcoCert certified minerals to pigment our lipsticks and lip glosses. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Are there any questions? Anyone have any questions right now that I can?
Debbie asked, do you use a lip liner?
Great question. So I do not personally use a lip liner. Crunchy does not have one. I don't necessarily need one at this point, but a lot of ladies do love and use lip liners. 100% Pure, I think maybe has one, which is okay. I haven't found one that I love. I will say that when I want to like outline, I have clients where I tell them that you can take the number 10 precision brush and you can take the concealer and you can line around your lips and kind of pat it in. And then that actually holds your lipstick and lip gloss in place so there's no bleeding. So you can use the concealer and the number 10 brush like to kind of outline around your lips. And that controls like feathering and bleeding of your lipstick.
It's so fun. I love that tip. And I'm with you. I find that I don't really need lip liner.
No, No, but for those clients who love it or who need it, hold on. I want to show you guys something else so exciting. This changed my life when I realized this. So the brown liner is fabulous. I will fill in my lips with a brown liner and throw one of our lipsticks or glosses on top, and it gives a beautiful like brown nude hue to any of my lipsticks and glosses. So your lips look gorgeous with the brown liner. I use it on my lips all the time.
Oh, that's a great tip. Leanne said that the brow pomade and brow pencil are her favorite products. The brush is a must with it. Brentley asks, is there a product to clean out pores?
Is there a product to clean up pores?
Oh, pores. Clean out pores.
A product to clean out pores. I will tell you that this is amazing. I find that using this once a week totally helps like degunk. Like I'll actually get in the shower and I will like lather up with this and leave this on my face for a couple minutes. And when I wash it off, I look at my washcloth and I'm like, ew. So I find that the charcoal bar is really incredible. Yeah.
I love the charcoal bar too. It's really good.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, good question. Oh my gosh, I'm looking I should just like look like this. Like so that side's so funny.
And I wanted to give a shout out too. So Lisa, what I do with doTERRA, educate, support, right, provide classes and content that you can use. She does that with Crunchy. So she has a Facebook group. I've linked it, but I'll go back and put it under the title of this video too. It's open to everybody and you can go, and she does amazing tutorials and teaches, and just, again, there's a lot of people out there selling a product, just like with essential oils. There's not a lot of people actually educating and supporting their people, and her customer service is absolutely incredible. And I really, really love and support that. Like one female entrepreneur to another, she's incredible. And this is why when you buy stuff from the health food store, right? We don't do that with essential oils. We don't do that with makeup, but you can't call that employee and say, hey, what do I do with this?
Totally.
That's why we have Lisa.
Totally. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. And of course it goes both ways. Like Laura is my essential oils guru and she's taught me so much. And I'm so grateful to her for her patience and guidance. And she has this endless knowledge base of, what to do. And she always guides me in the right direction. But I know there was a question I saw a couple times about pigmentation and spots. And I will tell you guys, I am here to help you. So the Nightlight Night Cream is amazing at treating spots. And I will also say that in combination with the Daylight Day Cream. So I will like target specific areas on my face and I see that my spots are lightening, which makes my heart so happy. So those two products are fabulous for lightening areas of my skin. And don't forget that the primer and foundation now both contain tremella mushroom, which has been clinically scientifically proven to brighten and lighten your face, okay, including dark spots. So the primer and foundation themselves are going to be working double time to brighten and lighten dark spots. And of course, our fabulous concealer and the number 6 concealer brush are going to be your very best weapons to cover up any dark spots that you may have. So that's what I recommend for dark, and I can help you get color match for the right shade of concealer. So,
all right, Lisa, we got a couple more questions.
Okay.
We have Debbie asked, compared to Beauty Counter, thoughts. I know you answered this, but if you wanted to touch on it again for people just
absolutely
popping in.
No, great question. And I want to talk more about so I actually tried a lot of the products in the line before I tried Crunchy because I really wanted to just compare the lines like very much side by side. And I just found honestly that the performance was just not quite there. There wasn't a lot of staying power. Like I just didn't love the feel of it. Like it didn't have the luxurious feel and performance of Crunchy. I also felt honestly that for a lot of the products, the price point of Beauty Counter was higher. I also felt like they were using a lot of plastic in the packaging that I didn't love. And I just didn't love the colors. There was just a lot, I wasn't, and it's a great product line and it's, the company's showing a great light on the important issue of toxic chemicals in personal care products, specifically makeup and skincare. But I do feel like the performance is just not there. And some of the ingredients they use, I have a problem with, like talc and phenoxyethanol. So there are certain products in the line that I certainly can recommend, but most of them I'm like, you might just want to, take a double check of the ingredients.
And that's what I love about Crunchy is going to the environmental working group and seeing the amazing ratings. That's so, so amazing. Isabel asked, does the products come in sets?
Great question. So we don't really have sets per se. We do have gifts. So you guys probably do want to all join my beauty and wellness space called Beauty Conscious, which I thank you so much for linking that. When we have sales, and I believe there's going to be a Mother's Day sale coming up, a pretty quick flash sale. Yes, I know. We always list that I list that very quickly on my, client page, my beauty and wellness space. So we don't really sell in sets, but I always recommend starting with the primer, foundation, and flat top foundation brush. Those, I call them the trifecta. Those are the 3 products I always recommend starting with, just to give you that beautiful, smooth, even skin, start working on your skin. And then we have free shipping at $150. So I always recommend throwing in a 4th product. So maybe you want a concealer, maybe you want a powder to set, maybe you want to dive in with the sunscreen to protect from UVA, UV rays. So you just want to make sure that your order's over $150 so you get free shipping. So that's kind of what I recommend as a starting point.
Oh, Leanne says, my 2 favorite clean ladies. Love you both. We love you too, Leanne.
Oh, Leanne, we love you so much, my friend. Thank you for tuning in tonight. So amazing.
It really is peanut butter and jelly, dark chocolate and almonds. I always learn so much from Lisa, and I feel like it really complements. I love the transparency of this brand, Crunchy, and what they put in their products and working on looking at their carbon footprint. And I feel like that echoes with what doTERRA does, and that you can actually use the products together, which is so fun. So always
absolutely. And I know I didn't even mention, sometimes I do a drop of frankincense in the foundation before I put it on. Like, I didn't even talk about like all the other oil pairings. It's like wine and cheese pairings, but oil pairings. But truly they do go together. And I notice a difference in my skin when I'm using both in combination with each other. So Laura, as always.
We got one more quick question if you want, and then we can close it out. Michelle asks, is it necessary to use the powder after foundation?
I find that it is. I do very much like a light layer of the powder, only because I feel like it really sets the makeup for like literally 8 to 10 hours and keeps it right in place. If I don't do the powder, sometimes, it just really absorbs all the oil and shine, and it really, really keeps that makeup set. So I think it is important to have. I use the powder to set around my eyes. I actually also use it as a dry shampoo. Like, it really does, like a lot of the products, it does double duty, but I think it's important. Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And I'll post after this replay at the top of the video, I'll post a link to Lisa's education Facebook group so that you can be plugged in there and see all of that. And if you have any questions, reach out to her. She truly is amazing at supporting, and we'll post a link. So if there was anything that you wanted to try, we'll get that up for you so that you have it there. But I mean, honestly, I don't let a lot of people into our groups and on our page to educate and support, because this is our tribe. This is a safe space. And Lisa is just an amazing person, a dear friend. And I love that she is so passionate and shares and educates. And so it's not often that you'll see me bring special guests in. And this is so powerful. She's just an amazing person. And I've learned so much from her. So grateful to have her here.
Oh, thank you so much. And I am just thrilled to be here and share with you guys. And thank you. You've been fabulous. Thank you.
Oh, well, thanks everybody for tuning in. If you have any other comments, post them below and we'll get to those after the class. Thanks for hanging with us on a Wednesday night, getting to girl chat and talk makeup and all those fun things, and take care, everybody. This is a piece of that health and wellness journey, is reducing your toxic load. I'm really passionate about that. And Lisa is amazing at that.
Oh, thank you. You're incredible. Thank you.
All right. Have a great evening. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.